Alberto, this is a market priced to perfection. We do interview after interview after interview over the challenges of bonds, higher yield, lower price, doom and gloom. Are you preparing for a bear market, or is there an opportunity here to capture coupon and actually make some total return?
We are positioned for a market where yields will rise. This is because inflation is rising and central bankers are more hawkish. But you can still hedge that risk and try to hide. That's what you need to do. Try to hide.
Okay, this is brilliant. How do you hide as a mere mortal watching this program or listening to it on Radio London? How do you hide in the bond market?
You hide in the sectors and areas and countries which are unloved. So, for example, last year we saw Portugal doing very well. This year and at the end of last year, Greece is starting to recover. People are realizing that.
What's a coupon in Greece? What do I get for a Greece coupon?
We're getting between 3 and 4%. 12, 18 months ago, the yield in Greece was 9%, same as some of the African high-yield countries or Latin American countries. But on a relative basis, it's still pretty high. Another area is bank subordinated debt in Europe, which gives you 5% yield versus 2 to 3% elsewhere.
How do you respond, Alberto Gallo, to other interviews we do where they're basically their whole portfolio is to game the Fed, to try to figure out in the short-term paper market, if Jerome Powell does this, I'm going to do this. How do you? It's totally different from your world, isn't it?
We are trying to be humble here. We don't know what's going to happen in the next...
Excuse me, this is a Surveillance Break exclusive. Alberto Gallo, humble. We're working on that. Continue.
We don't know what's going to happen in the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
But we do know that the risk return in bonds is very asymmetric. So in a good year, you can make 5. In a bad year, the tail risk is 10 to 15% loss. In equities, it's more symmetric. The tail of a bad return is more like 2 times the gain in a good year. So we have shifted to equities, our portfolios, we have shifted to having a lower exposure to duration, lower exposure to spread movements. Yeah. We're still focusing on some high yield opportunities which are unloved by the market, but we are buying upside we've been buying upside in equities.